Nipsey Hussle.
Well, one of tonight's Grammy nominees for Best Rap Album, South LA's own Nipsey Hussle. He may not have taken home a statue, but he's just getting started. We recently met up, and he shared with me the roots of his rap and what he's doing to safeguard his success.
Gang culture was what was going on.
In a crowded field of talented rappers, Nipsey Hussle stands out as an LA original.
I'm an urban legend, South Central in a certain section.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
On your Grammy nomination for Victory Lap.
Yes, ma'am. That sounds good.
Tell me about how you grew up.
I grew up in LA in the 90s, you know, in the Crenshaw district. You know, I was raised by my mom, grandma. She was real, just big on keeping a tight family and big on love. That was my home life. Then outside, it was LA in the 90s. Outside, it was a little chaotic.
Now, how old were you when you started writing lyrics?
Probably like 9.
In a 2006 interview with Davey D on Hard Knock TV, then 21, Nipsey talked about the roots of rap.
It comes from stroke. People gotta express their stroke. When you ain't got no other means of you know, liberating yourself, it's through spoken word and expression.
By the time he recorded his 2010 mixtape, The Marathon, Nipsey was rapping about some pretty dark days.
My brother was in prison. You know, we lost a home.
Nipsey had also had a run-in with the law.
Thought that I'd be dead and doing life, cause what I rap is true.
How long were you in jail?
I was in jail less than 90 days.
Okay.
I was on a probation violation, you know, and it was like a tricky case. It could have went either way.
I heard that you learned something in jail. You can make more money selling hair than you can selling drugs.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That tip on entrepreneurship is something Nipsey's taken to heart. At his retail shop at Crenshaw and Slauson, he does big business in imported hair. His Crenshaw branded clothing. He's also invested in real estate and music.
I never met $100 million drug dealer. It's plenty billion-dollar hip-hop brands. There's a lot of things that are more profitable than drugs, but they're not as glorified and they're not as accessible to us.
Nipsey Hussle. Have you heard of Nipsey Hussle?
Of course. Yeah. I didn't experience his comedy.
You were young.
One of my older homies threw that name at me, the Nipsey Hussle name, and I liked how it sounded. And then, you know, I got educated after the fact. You know.
Now, what's your real name?
My real name is Ermias Ascadon. My first name means God will rise.
The name came from his father, who was born in the East African nation of Eritrea. You did go back to Eritrea.
Yeah, twice.
You visited.
That was a life-changing trip to see my family again and, you know, breathe the air for a little bit.
With this success, what do you plan to do with it?
My experience with power, you can maintain it or you get it taken from you. And you get you some newfound power and go crazy, it get taken from you quick. I try to just ground myself and be focused, because it's easy to fumble.
Well, Nipsey's Grammy nomination for Victory Lap was his first. I'm sure it won't be his last. And I just have to mention here, Jeff, that not only what he's done for music and starting on his own, making his own mixtapes, selling them out of his car, but he has built a WeWork center for kids and adults in the community besides the retail store that you saw.
Yeah.
And he's building a playground. He has plans to do so much, and he's already giving back to the people that live there, and the message is, you can do better. And I just think that it was important for people to know that about him.
Wonderful when you interview someone and you leave respecting them.
Oh, yes.
Isn't it?
Yes, I just really wish him all the best.
All right, very cool.
A devastating loss for the hip-hop community. Rapper Nipsey Hussle is dead after being shot and killed outside his clothing store in Los Angeles on the very block where he grew up. Now, police say someone opened fire at the rapper and 2 others around 3:30 yesterday afternoon outside his clothing store, The Marathon. Now, Nipsey was taken to the hospital where he later died. Police believe the shooting may have been gang-related. The 33-year-old was known for his work in the community. His debut album, Victory Lap, was just nominated for Best Rap Album in last year's Grammy Awards. Now, news of the rapper's death sent shockwaves around social media and continues to do so, with so many celebrities sharing their shock and condolences.
I was a childhood friend. I've been knowing him all my life. He was like family to me.
Hustle and motivate. Choppers a throwaway.
The 33-year-old rapper who earned a Grammy nomination for Best Rap Album this year was shot outside the clothing store he owned called The Marathon. Police say Hussle and 2 other people were standing in a parking lot outside the store around 3:30 this afternoon when the gunfire started. The rapper and another victim were rushed to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. Hussle grew up in the Crenshaw neighborhood of South Los Angeles. Grieving fans say he did a lot for the community.
He was just there for the community, for the kids. He made it, he brought it back. He was just there for all of us. I'm one of his biggest fans.
I loved his music. His music was very real. It was not like just music you hear nowadays that don't make sense. His music made a lot of sense to everybody.
Authorities shut down streets surrounding the store to search for the gunman. Investigators say they have very little information about the suspect. Adoring fans say Nipsey Hussle was a rare talent.
He was not your average rapper. He was more than that. He was more. It's just it's seriously heartbreaking to hear this.
A lot of people sending out condolences tonight to Nipsey Hussle's family and friends, including LA Police Commissioner Steve Soboroff, who tweeted out a message saying he was set to meet with Hussle tomorrow to talk about ways to end gang violence.
First of all, my condolences and my respect to Nipsey and his family. It's another tragedy in the inner city, in the urban community, and it's just unfortunate. It's so unfortunate when you look at a guy who believed in what he believed in, talked about how he wanted to give back to his own community, actually gave back to his community, and actually stayed in his community. There's not many who've done that. And to see his life taken away from him in his community by someone that come from his community, it's one of the most unfortunate events that's happened in American history. And I just feel for it. Being here, him being a friend of mine as well, you just don't, I still don't believe it. You still don't believe it because we always talk about, like, you know, when you become someone, you tap into that gift. This is what we've been talking about. You tap into that gift, and then you know what your gift is, and then you give back. And you continue to give back, and you continue to give back, and you continue to put on for where you come from. And to see it taken away by someone that didn't have the same drive, that didn't have the same ambition, that didn't have the same motivation, but come from the same place you come from, is what we have to deal with in our own inner cities. You know, we go to school with these guys. We play Little League football and basketball with these guys. And because of their motivation not being as much as ours, it becomes a hate. It becomes a you made it and you left me here. They start to really hate you for that. And for all of us that's still able to breathe and talk and communicate and have a platform, we have to continue to enlighten each other that you have to continue to give back. You have to continue to preach your word and continue to be safe, because at the end of the day, you never know when it's your time.
Last time I seen him was at the Grammys or whatever. Right. And it was a night for his thing or whatnot, so he didn't even know I was coming. He like, neighbors. I'm like, what's up, cuz? So we hollering. And then Jay-Z come over and holler at me. And then Nip say, man, I can't believe you and Jay-Z is at my thing. I said, cuz, you arrived.
For sure.
I said, you arrived, cuz.
Right.
That's why we here,
right.
Cuz you arrived. And he walked off, and then me and Jay-Z was just talking. And we was like,
bro, doing it.
Like, we was just like praising him, like, and then I seen Jay-Z after Nip died. I seen him in Virginia, and cuz held me so tight, and he was like, man, we was just talking about Nip. He said, man, I really loved him, man. Right. And the way he held me, it was like, it was different.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he really loved him. You get what I'm saying? Like,
100%.
like certain people in life really touch you no matter where they from or whatnot. You get up on them, it's like his spirit was so beautiful.
What's up, man? It's Zante Belafonte. We out here for Nipsey. And we just, you know, we about to get it in, man. Go up, man. R.I.P. to Nipsey Hussle, man. We out here on Crenshaw's Saucer, baby. My nigga Sam, the man. Win with Sam, baby. We out here.
I'm prolific, so gifted. I'm the type that's gon' go get it, no kidding. Breaking down a swish in front of your building. Sitting on the steps, feeling no feelings. Last night it was a cold killing. You gotta keep the devil in his hole, nigga. But you know how it go, nigga. I'm front line every time it's on, nigga. 100 proof flow, running shoot pro. 458 drop, playing bulletproof soul. Every few shows I just buy some new gold. Circle got small, everybody can't go. Downtown Diamond District jewelers like yo. Hustle, holla at me, I got Cubans on the low. Through the Cancun, smoking Cubans on the boat. Then dock that Tulum just to smoke.
I ain't never in my whole entire life, man, had a rib die from these motherfuckers on the streets right here. He died out of shock, you know what I'm saying? Where he lived at, where he grew, where he's prospered and shit, what he did for this neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that many motherfucking rappers done that shit, cuz. Especially not from LA, cuz. You the only real one ever done that shit, cuz.
I'm a urban legend. South Central and
for the homies, you feel me? Neighborhood nip, real one, cuz. They gon' miss it. On hood. That's the good neighborhood nip, the great. You know what I'm talking about? We gon' miss you, cuz. We'll see you when we get there, but you did a great thing, my nigga. Love you, man.
Hey, rest in peace still, man. It's your boy Rick Rock 2 C's. All money in, the marathon continues.
For you, nip. I don't even do this.
Look, my nigga, this is dedication. This is anti-hesitation. This a real nigga celebration. It's a dime block declaration. 59th and 5th Ave, granny house with vanilla wafers. It's the remedy to separation. Tupac of my generation. Blue pill in the fucking matrix. Red rose in the great pavement. Young black nigga trapped and he can't change it. Know he a genius, he just can't claim it. Cause they left him no platforms to explain it. He frustrated, so he get faded. Like deep down inside, he know you can't fade him. How long should I stay dedicated? How long till opportunity meet preparation? I need some real nigga reparations. Or I run up in your bank just for recreation. Dedication.
We here for you, boo. We all here for you, representing, boo. We love you, Nipsey. We love you, Nipsey. We love you, boo. We love you. Rest in peace, King. Love you, Nip.
We love you, Nip. Rest in peace. Long live Nip. We're going to continue the marathon and make sure our kids and their kids know about you. Baby, rest in peace.
Shout out to Laura London.
Oh, yeah, Laura London, we love you, baby. Keep your head up. And it's only up from here. Nipsey Hussle. Mr. Airman. You left an impression on this particular community, South Central Los Angeles, in particular the Crenshaw District. I want to thank you for your abundance of mobility and championing this community for the right things and being positive and giving back to your community and also building on this earth.
What I would like to say for his mother. I'm a mother that lost a child through gun violence, and we gotta depreciate the gun violence. His mother said that she had peace because her son looked healthy, and he smelled sweet because she knew that he did everything that he had to do, and that gave me peace because my daughter was murdered June 28th. So as a mother to a mother that has lost a child, what I would like to say to his mother, thank you for being there, for spreading that message, to giving birth to a king to your community, because it's helping me understand the same thing that you're going through, and you helping me appreciate what I'm going through. And I would like to thank you, Queen, for having that peaceness from God, because I need that, because I didn't have that peace.
The marathon gonna continue because we're gonna keep your legacy alive.
actress on the floor. You ain't never front line of war. Nigga, you ain't dead. None of this. You ain't dead. None of this.
You ain't got what I got. You ain't seen what I seen. Put a bitch on my, put a bitch on the beam. Put a 10, let me sing. It's a lot on my plate. I can make no mistakes. Shoulder hold a lot of weight. V is jumping out the face. You ain't gon' feel like I feel. Niggas ain't real like I'm real. So they can't feel like I feel. They bring it to you, try to take it from you. You ain't finna kill like I will. You don't even wanna live like I live. You ain't gotta get it out here.
I'm a driver and I shoot on a mission. I was raised by the realest niggas. All they told us is kill all these niggas. We never gonna lose if we handle this business. Took a turn on the road to the bridges. Left my heart on the curb in the trenches. Everything that I want was expensive. But it came with a lot of conditions. That poison that got in your system. Boy, he done shot through the ceiling. At first it's the awkwardest feeling. Fuck with my nigga, let's get it. Doing donuts is something ridiculous. Fuck with traffic with all of my Christians. I gotta be over specific. Just so they notice the difference. Yo, put an act.
Only a minute, you know, Compton out here representing most niggas. You're doing it for this. Black unity, you feel me? Black unity. That's the biggest threat to national security. Fact.
I never see your name up in the force. You ain't got a line around the store. Never put an actress on the floor. You ain't never front line of war. Nigga, you ain't dead. None of this. You ain't dead. None of this. Yeah, this shit is not fictional. It's really my life, every verse is medicinal. This shit, it got critical. Pain is forever, the payback residual.
You ain't got war in your heart, keep on popping about shit that you know you won't feel it. Ain't got no pressure, problem by the bitch. Hit my little brother, caught him by the lead. We done took a lot of risks. For the money I commit. Street took all from us, wish it ain't anything. I was out Dolo, I was trying to get it, and that's when that getting it came. Bitch, you won't get in the way. Hop on my focus solo, hear the music, my niggas start feeling away. Even if niggas really make it through, probably gon' deal in a way.
I think, you know, thoughts is powerful in all facets. Because even my career, even my life, you know, things end up turning out exactly how I visualized them. Not in this time frame I expected. You always want shit to happen overnight. But I just had clear visions. And your thoughts powerful. That shit come to life if you stick to your script. It's about seeing long term, seeing a vision. Understanding that nothing really worthwhile happens overnight. And just sticking to your script long enough to make something real happen. The most important thing, number one, is you gotta get rid of doubt. If you got doubt in what you're doing, it's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? And the way to do that is you have a plan. Because when you got a plan, it's not like just a pipe dream. You have a step-by-step list of things to do to get to your goal. If you don't have that, it's very hard to really have faith in what you're doing. As soon as something pop up, it's gonna look like the end all. But if you got a game plan of everything you need to do, you know, one thing pop up, well, I still gotta do this, and that, so this ain't gonna stop me. You know what I'm saying? Another thing pop up, well, shit, I accomplished this 2 things. Since my last obstacle, I only got 3 more things to do. Let me keep pushing, fuck it. Pretty soon you attain your goal. And then you create another one. But without a game plan, without a strong sense of faith in what you're doing, it's gonna be real hard to accomplish anything. You know, it's a lot of obstacles out here. Family, baby mamas, you know, your homeboys being involved in the crab in the bucket syndrome, where, you know what I mean, you making moves and starting to make your way out, and people start trying to attach themselves to you. And sometimes it's like kamikaze, they blow themselves up trying to stop you. So, you know, you gotta have faith in what you're doing and not take no for an answer. You'll get it.
All right, folks. A lot of folks are still, of course, talking about the death of Nipsey Hussle. And there's a young sister, Simi W., who was a data journalist. And she wrote a story about all of Nipsey Hussle's investments and businesses' interests. Now, check this out. According to Simi, Hussle hired or impacted more than 40,000 people. And the projected value of his investments made between 2013 and 2019 was $210 million. $210 million. Guys, pull the graphic up on your end, please. And I mean, this is really interesting when you see this graphic here, okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to zoom in on this to show you, again, the impact of this. So when you go in this particular graphic, what she says that people hired assisted impacted 41,369. He invested in Invest, a blockchain-based music app, launched Our Opportunity, a coalition dedicated to developing properties and revamping neighborhoods across multiple cities, part of a bid to acquire the Viceroy Santa Monica, a luxury resort. But his business partner tweeted that they actually have partners in the opening of a Virgin Resort there in Las Vegas. A co-founder of the STEM Academy with plans to expand across 3 cities. Active role in establishing Destination Crenshaw, a 1.3-mile public art space honoring LA's Black heritage, set to open in 2020. And then also introduced Proud to Pay model, earning an estimated $1.5 million in independent artists. The figure does not include merchandise or touring. Remember, he also owned all of his masters. Reopened World on Wheels, the roller rink initially damaged during the 1992 LA riots. Set up partnership with Fatburger, where employees wore uniforms branded with his clothing label's Crenshaw logo. And established Steve's Barbershop in honor of his friend and business partner who died from gun violence. In Puma and the Marathon Clothing, set to launch in fall 2019, secured an ownership stake in Filecoin, an Amsterdam-based cryptocurrency platform. Total projected value of investments for community tech lifestyle ventures, $210,413,500. Also, there were a lot of people out there, including some celebrities, who were setting up GoFundMe accounts for his children. His family has put a kibosh on that, saying Hussle also took care of his kids by establishing trust, and they said those kids will be well taken care of for the rest of their lives.
You know, I think he's a symbol of the talent and the ambition, the energy that can come from here. He's very much a product of this environment, and people love that he's kind of ascended to where he is, but he's so genuine and he's so authentic. And he's Grammy nominated, but he's still on Crenshaw and Slauson every day, and he's still accessible, and he still really cares. There's tons of real estate he could have bought, but he decided to buy that strip mall. That's just a great example of him. You know, he could have bought something in Beverly Hills or West Hollywood or on Fairfax, and he bought Slauson Plaza. 3 words to describe Nipsey: visionary, radical, honorable.
We can take a trip more than often this month. When I call, they pulling up 2, 3, stream up. You ain't doing enough for
Now, Nipsey, one more time.
This is our opportunity. This is our opportunity. This is our opportunity.
Ready? You ready?
Come on.
Right at that class, you got this.
Come on.
Ready, and action.
This is our opportunity.
You made me laugh. Hold on, you made me smile. Good job. Do it again.
Come on, you got this.
That was great. That was great. Let me keep my face straight.
And action.
This is our opportunity. This is our opportunity. This is our opportunity.
I'm a proud dad, Monty Man. Good job, Monty Man. Good job. And you was nervous. You thought you was going to do. Yeah, you for sure served me. The main goals is to, you know, activate a consciousness or activate an awareness that, you know, we got a south side of Chicago, we got a Baltimore, we got a Oakland, we got a Brooklyn, we got a, you know, DC, we got all these areas where we got influential people that do music, do sports, are entrepreneurs, and this model can be scaled, you know what I mean? So it's really an invitation to everybody across the country. You know, they got their feet planted in their communities. We got a format and we got a structure that can be scaled and can be used, like I said, in your city, in your district, and we looking for y'all, so tap in. Love.
I know it's been a long journey, long history, but this is exactly what we want to be able to do.
Yes, sir.
Our people from our neighborhood owning the dirt, owning the buildings, and building the kind of businesses that our community deserves.
100%. Thank you for that, bro.
Absolutely, man.
This is just full circle for me, just decades, you know, being in this area, in this parking lot, and then just everything going on outside of this. I think it's perfect timing. It's
perfect intersection for what we're doing with the music, trying to bring tourism to the area, just trying to improve, you know, the community. And I'm excited, you know. Dave, thank you for partnering, making it possible. The sky's the limit for real.
That's right, that's right.
Nah, it's exciting what we plan to do, and I feel bad because they spent so much time and put so much energy into making the Fish Shack and Steve's Barbershop, but our plans for the future are to redevelop this into a mixed development retail and multifamily complex. So the Marathon store will obviously always be there. We'll have the barbershop, the Fish Shack, and some other high quality retail, and then we're gonna build quality, affordable housing on top.
Right.
Hopefully 100 plus units.
That's what we need right here by the train. Right. We're gonna have Destination Crenshaw popping off on Crenshaw on the boulevard. Millions of people literally will come from LAX. That'll be their first stop in the city of LA. They'll be able to jump off, come to the Marathon store, and get high quality retail in our community. So it's a big deal for us.
100%.
Yeah.
Win, win, win.
Oh, shit. Y'all booby trap me, huh? That's heavy. That's hard. Thank you, man. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. They ain't call me for the beat, but really booby trap me. You know what I'm saying? That's how I keep my niggas facts. Yeah. Oh, where's on, bro? Come on, bro. Come on. Relax. Relax. Oh, yeah. My brother. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you, bro. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Yeah, back to 90. Shout out my brother Dave Gross, you know what I mean? February, you gonna see what's cracking. Yeah. Daddy, appreciate it. Of course. What'd you say?
You want me to cut some up for you?
You gonna get something on with?
This is where Nipsey grew up, Crenshaw and Slauson. It's officially been renamed Nipsey Hussle Square. The area struggles with violent crime, and in the last 6 months, there have been 8 murders, all within 2 miles of where Nipsey was killed.
This is crazy.
The whole area has now become a permanent vigil for Nipsey.
How you doing, man? You all right?
Attracting hundreds of visitors on a daily basis. I'd arranged to meet one of Nipsey's old friends, Kenyatta Griggs.
Good, thank you so much. Nice to see you.
Kenyatta grew up around here and saw Nipsey grow from a teenager in a gang. What did he know about his murder?
How did you feel when you heard the news that he had passed away?
Horribly. He wasn't like a guy that was, you know, causing problems or looking for problems. And then when I saw the footage, it really hurt because I was actually shot like that. You know, I was gunned down like that. Really? So, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't seem to make sense. You know, he was so respected, so much love for him here.
Right.
How could that have happened?
Well, I always thought as many people love you is going to be equally as many people hate you. And so I always felt like him coming over here and being over here was a good thing to a point, but there's times I felt like it was unsafe because it's like me right now. I feel comfortable right here, but at the same time, I'm not hanging out over here. You know, there's still people that's still gangbanging, still doing stuff that, you know, they want to hurt people.
I mean, Nipsey in general is one of those people that everybody at first or whatever, like you got to come across Nipsey's music or whatever because it has to make sense to you because it's hustle music. He's a hustler. He always was. You know, a lot of people in life sometimes are just living. They don't understand how to hustle. So when you actually hear hustle music, it might go over your head per second. But Nipsey was an amazing person and he understood how to elaborate what was going through his mind.
Create is it's Greek, the origin for create, and we wanted a place where kids, no matter where their beginnings are, no matter how challenging, that they know that they can come here and create their own future.
Brett knocked on the door. I was in a meeting with a staff member and he was like, someone wants to talk to you about a mural for Nipsey. I shook hands with Nick and Mike and I said, sure, when do you want to start?
live here at the Nipsey Hussle Memorial Court with my brother from another mother, Mike the Fisherman. Said tomorrow we're gonna go over to Slauson and find a way to organize a game and commemorate the legend Nipsey himself. That's what Nipsey did. He inspired. He brought people together. He gave people a chance. He gave people an opportunity. And we're gonna keep his legacy going. He's gone. He'll never be forgotten. His legacy lives forever. The Nipsey Hussle Memorial Court is officially open now and forever.
Nipsey Hussle gave back to the community in such a high level. I'm only out here just, giving some basketball skills and like showing the kids that they can do whatever their heart is set out to do. And that's what Nipsey also would love for each and every one of these kids to believe in themselves.
Came out here to give back to the kids, coach, teach them the game of basketball, because that's what Nipsey would have wanted, and be inspirational, man. So what Venice Ball is out here doing, had the opportunity to be involved with painting the court, man, it's an emotional time, but it's really inspirational at the same time, man.
My name is Gustavo Zermeño Jr. I was the lead artist on this project. Nick brought me on to work on the portrait part. With Nipsey's passing, he did a lot of stuff for his community. This is actually in his neighborhood, 60th and Crenshaw, at an elementary school. So we felt it would be awesome to, redo a court over here in his actual neighborhood where he actually played ball.
Now, what did Nipsey mean to you specifically? My name is Jack McClinton. We're here at the unveiling of Nipsey Hussle's court, man. And Nipsey showed everybody, man, it's all mental. You can do whatever you want to do if you put your mind to it, man. Dream bigger.
We're here to change lives. We're here to change the community. Everything that, Nipsey stood for and other community activists are the same principles and vision that, we stand for. We want to see this community thrive. We want people to be all that they can be. We want them to succeed. We want them to lift one another up.
Long-winded, running through this life like it was mine. Never settling, but setting every goal high. 1,000 burpees on the path to my own destruction or success. But what is a mistake without the lesson? See, the best teacher in life is your own experience. None of us know who we are until we fail. They say every man is defined by his reaction to any given situation. Well, who would you want to define you? Someone else or yourself? Whatever you do, homie, give your heart to it and stay strong. Stay strong. Stay strong.
With me and you know it. Yeah. Look, a lot of niggas fail, but I won't. A lot of niggas fold, but I cope. A lot of niggas gone, but I'm home. A lot of niggas off, but I'm on. A lot of niggas lost on this road. A couple niggas gave up they goal. Gang of niggas traded they soul. With me, I'm standing on 10 toes. One for the money. It's one time. Just incredible. What's up, homeboy? South Mill. Power 106. The youngest in charge. Your homeboy neighborhood nip, LA Lakers. Let's get it. Look, it go. 1 for the money, 2 for the Brazilian and foreign cars, 3 for them square asses against you swore was going for. Look at your boy, partner. I'm doing big things. That money coming, is nothing chump about this change. I'm hopping off the plane and the Benz getting brain. Tell a promoter we ain't getting out till we pay. And when I hit the stage, red champagne, blue rags, and gold chains. Hustle. That's all y'all gonna see. Pop bottles. You already know. Count cash, probably throwing money. Just incredible. South Milk. Y'all now tuned in to the takeover every Wednesday night. 12 midnight, we turn it up like this. Real hip hop. West Coast. Hustle. Look, the takeover. The break's over, you suckers. King of these LA streets. Nip Hussle. I got the right to say that, cause everything I drop on every block, niggas play that. Hustle. My lifestyle explains that, cause everything I spend is always less than what I make back. And damn, it feel good, I was disobedient to you, now she see me in the hood and she like that. So I fuck her one time, I give her right back. Here, you can wipe that. Nights at the studio, got my buzz popping. Now it's only one question, they say when is cuz dropping. And I'm like, hold on, homie, failure ain't an option. And you can't rush perfection, be patient, I got you. It's all money in and ain't nobody that can stop. Another day, another dollar, and I'm all about the profit. So holla at your boy. Power 06 exclusive.